Hey everybody, this is Corey Salted Floyd, and welcome to the Geek Report. On today's report, the Daywalker is out, the Predators are in, another crazy rubber band concept game is coming out, and Baba Yaga is about to get an anime. All that and more this week on the Geek Report. Hey everybody, this is the Geek Report powered by Amerime Media. I'm Corey Salted Floyd, and first I got to start off with my number two, my guy in the chair, Demon Engine.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Hey.
Then of course we have Queen Neek.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Queen Nick. Ew, I sound sickly. My bad.
A little
How y'all
bit.
doing? How y'all doing?
And here with us, our guest today, Dreadhound, an old friend, an
Yo,
old friend.
what is going on? My name is Dreadhound, the Hound of Hounds of the House of Hounds. That's all you get out of my voice today. We're done.
Now, for you guys who haven't checked us out on our Amerime Wire magazine, I actually did an interview with Dreadhound as well as two other streamers, and it was a really good time. By the way, shout out to Nerdstorm TV because I know he's still checking us out. But not only is he a streamer, he's actually a friend of over 10 years. So it was just really nice to have him on because he's always got some crazy stuff going on his channel, especially between the streaming and the interviews. Tell us a little bit about it, Dre.
It's been pretty cool, just connecting with different voice actors. I'm big. I'm big into the gotcha space, right? Like I love playing Honkai Star Rail. I love playing um, Zenless Zone Zero, which came out, a couple months ago. So it's just been really cool, and I'm moving into a space now where I'm on my Shannon Sharp tip, where I'm doing my podcast and I'm interviewing different people, and it's helping me learn more about myself as I get to engage and learn more about other people. So it's been a fun ride.
Yeah, but you're not sitting there getting everybody drunk on Cavassier.
I mean, yet, well, once I get the money, you know what I'm saying? Because if Cat Williams want to pull up, I'm not going to fight him on it.
Who would be the Cat Williams of the gaming industry? Who would that be?
Oh,
Like who like you get enough of this system, Ego Raptor just starts
Chris
talking wild
Judge.
and reckless.
Chris Judge.
Chris
Chris,
that might
you know
be it.
what? And the problem with Chris is Chris can run his mouth as much as he wants because he's a giant, and there's nothing people can do about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. That's
And
pretty
and
because it's like,
and the
what are you
same could
gonna
be
do,
said
little
about
man?
Cat Williams in some ways. He may not necessarily be physically a giant, but not nary a person. They were scrambling for days after that interview. It took
See,
them months to say something.
the problem with Cat is 9 times out of 10, Cat is usually the smartest guy in the room, and it hurts even more because he's funny. So he
Mhm.
gets to the punchline way before you even realize you just got chopped up.
Yeah, yeah. But
And
as you
that's
folks
exactly what
know,
Chris Judge did at that award show.
They were not prepared.
At all. At all. He gagged everyone.
it's another week. A lot of stuff's going on in the world, and we're going to talk about a little bit of it. Uh, Demon, let's roll straight into it. All right, so Solo Muradina, most of y'all might know him from Cobra Kai, and Blue Beetle. Apparently, he doubled down and he literally has the blue scarab tattooed on his back. Show the next photo.
Wait,
No, did you not? Did you not line up the tattoo photo?
Nope.
Yes.
Thought it is. Hold up.
Scuff. I love it.
Find it.
Yeah, but first off, I liked Blue Beetle. I thought it was an okay movie. I think it just came out. It came out at probably the worst possible time for any DC movie. It's like, yeah, when we already know the goose is cooked. There we go.
See, and that's clean too. It's
Eh,
so. Okay, can we dig into the DCU real quick?
sure.
You got a lot of people know I'm a big DC fan, right? But the
Yes, you are.
DCEU had a lot of hits and it had a lot of misses, right?
A
But
lot of misses.
I feel as though Black Adam wasn't a bad movie. I just feel
Okay.
as though, no. Hold on. I'm not
All
saying
right.
it
Go
was a
ahead.
great
Go ahead.
movie. Not saying it was a great movie, but it was something you can just go watch and be okay. It wasn't like an affront to my senses. Okay, that's when I call a movie a bad movie because I try to appreciate what people do. But I feel like The Rock's politicking really was the final nail in the DCEU. They were like, "We're done here. Just toss it all out, restart." Because my man wanted to do like a Black Adam, Wonder Woman, and like who was he trying to bring in for the third? He was trying to do a Doctor Fate Trinity, no Batman Superman type deal. It was really weird. I was like, "You're doing too much."
It's like, bro, you trying to reshape you trying to reshape the DCEU where you're at the center of it. When let's be honest, at the end of the day, Black Adam is a really cool C list guy. There's nothing wrong with being on the C list, but it's like,
He was doing too much.
entirely too, like there was so many things systematically wrong with this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it like before we get our next DC installment. I'm gonna bring Dreadhound back, and we're gonna have a discussion with some folks just talking about the DCEU as a whole because it wasn't all bad. And I thought Blue Beetle was decent. It just came out at the tail end of everything.
Yeah,
But we do know he will be back as the Blue Beetle, so I
I
trust
think the
James.
movie was great.
I think it was solid. I just think it came out worst time. Like it was just like, yeah. After everything else, it's like, well, what now? Blue Beetle, huh?
Yeah.
Damn. I guess you do. Plus, you got George Lopez being weird. Oh yeah. Uh, I remember Demon. Do you remember when we first saw the videos for this at PAX back when it was just a just like a few seconds of video,
Yeah.
and it was called Mouse. Well, now it's called Mouse PI for Hire. It's going to be coming out in 2025, and it's a first-person shooter, but in this rubber band animation style game, and I think that's awesome. And I like when people say that it's rough in gaming. That's I'm like I don't know what you guys are talking
Hey,
about.
yo.
Yeah,
I was not prepared.
yeah,
Well,
like it. Like,
when they say it's rough in gaming, they're not talking about the games that are coming out. They're talking about the way they're treating all the motherfuckers that are making the games. Like, do
Yeah, oh
you know
yeah.
how many studios have been laying fuckers
right.
off? It is crazy. And then on top of that, add in the ghost jobs. And if you're unaware, ghost jobs are basically jobs that companies post. Sometimes they stay up there for months and months and months. As long as they can say that they have applicants in there, choosing not to hire the applicant because maybe they're not quote unquote qualified, they continue to get kickbacks and subsidies and things like that from the government and from their state governments. So keep that in mind. It is rough. May not necessarily be on the gamer sphere portion, but the
I
the
was
people who
speaking
are
from the
making these
gamer sphere
games are
portion.
being fucked.
I was speaking on the gamer sphere portion, but you're absolutely right on your end as well. But yeah, I think if this plays as good as it looks, I think there's going to be another great hit. And I think this is a I think the company behind it, Furry Games, they're like double A. I think that yeah, I think they're a double A studio, which just just in case people haven't been keeping track, Double A Studios have been killing it as of late.
Mm.
So shout out to them. Plus, I think it's also just good to see another game like this because we've had Cuphead, which which is still a breathtaking and unbelievably difficult game, and then we had Bendy and the Ink Machine. So now this is kind of like the next stage in that. Like it looks hand drawn. Like it's crazy to me.
I like the aesthetic a lot.
What's our next?
Oh, there we go.
All right, for you horror aficionados, Mike Flanagan, who has just been absolutely crushing it, especially on Netflix with several hit series. Apparently, he's adapting another Stephen King book. He's going to be doing Carrie for Amazon Prime. Now, Carrie's been done so many times now, and none of it has really been scary. So now you got a dude that's actually crazy good at horror taking a stab at this. So I ain't gonna lie. The last Mike Flanagan, every time I've seen a Mike Flanagan work, I've had to watch it with the lights on.
That's a lot
And
of
I
praise.
like horror.
Mhm.
Nico, I know you're not a horror person.
Nope. You already know.
She
I
said
I
nope with
didn't
the
even
quickness.
I you ain't even need to have a DNA test to know that I am 100% a bitch. Like, fuck that.
Because like no, Mike Flanagan is the type of dude who it'll be scenes where it's a group of people talking and you'll be like, there's nothing going on here. Then you're just like, yo, what's that in the background? Who's no none of y'all see this? Then it goes away, you're just like, oh hell.
Yep.
But he's done fantastic work, especially on Netflix with Midnight Mass, The Haunting of Hill House, Bly Manor. Like look, that
My thing
one
about a
day.
remake, you have to do enough where the fans don't feel alienated from the property, but then you got to add a twist that makes sense in lore. But it's such a hard balance to really navigate because it's like people want to see what they're familiar with, but you don't want them to feel like, okay, why did I watch this? It's like Bel Air. I like Bel Air. I know a lot of people go kind of hit or miss with it, but I like the fact that in Bel Air, Carlton does drugs.
Yeah, yeah, like when I saw that Carlton doing lines of yayo, I was like, yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah, and it's such a cool layer because it's like, okay, we're getting the same character, but now there's a little twist. There may be some edge. So when you're doing a remake, tell the story within that verse. Maybe get us to the same destination, but along the way, how can you change it up? That's what I want to see.
Yeah, and there's no shame in Flanagan's game, so shoot, I might try and rewatch some of his stuff in the next few days without bitching.
Keep the lights off.
Chill. I might have
Just watch
I
that shit in
might
the
just
morning.
I might have like the back lights on. That might be
No,
it.
fuck that.
Just
Turn the lights off.
watch that shit in the morning.
Fuck. Turn the lights off. I'm watching horror
Watch
movies
that
this
shit in the
morning.
morning. You ain't gotta worry about it. You forget that shit by the time it come back around.
I
But
love this yours is watching it in the morning.
So she
Well,
horror movies
listen, I
technically
can't tell you
actually
to not
can be.
watch it because you're you. So my best solution to mitigate is watch
Watch
this
it in
shit
the
in the
morning.
morning. It'll be like you'll have some crazy shit that'll go down, and that'll be enough.
That's fair. What's our next one, Demon? All right, so this photo is not from a movie, but when I saw it, I was just like, "Yeah, Spider-Man. Spider-Man be going through it. I could see him
Yup.
taking a smoke break."
Through the mask. Bro is in the trenches.
Yeah, at that point, he done gave up on life.
Yeah.
But,
I don't give a fuck
but
if they find out I'm Peter Parker, motherfuckers.
This
like,
this
nigga,
thing,
my rent
yeah,
is due. Craven the Hunter
what?
is looking for me. This
Yeah,
is
this kind of
bullshit.
Spider-Man you don't want to have the black suit because that's gay.
Yeah. This I work a 9 to 5 and then I go to my part-time job, Spider-Man, right there. That's rough.
Yeah, that's my baby mama. Mary Jane got me on child support, and I only make
Like,
$7.25 an hour.
I,
this
I
Spider-Man definitely says "fuck you, Jameson" at least twice a week.
I
Yes, I
I
feel like
love
in this universe, Jameson is scared of him.
I love the fact that what Nika said is like lore accurate in the comics. Bro is in the trenches in terms of his relationship. Mary Jane with another dude, they done got a kid, and Spider-Man just out here trying to find out his way.
The, the
Nigga trying to
dude,
do his best to keep from crashing out.
the dude is the son
Seeing him
of the
raise his son
motherfucker who
is his
killed his
13th reason.
parents.
Yup. Listen, I love the term crash out. I want to
It's
see a hero
nothing
crash out.
personal. I just got pent up aggression
We did
against
see
your
a hero
Yup.
man.
crash out. What you mean?
Which
Star
one?
Lord.
No, that wasn't a crash out. That was stupidity.
No,
That was stupidity.
that was
That
trauma.
that was pure crash out right there.
Because okay, so in his sense, I get it. I'm not gonna. I know we're going on a tangent. My bad. But like
No,
in his
it's
sense,
fine.
I get why you're upset, bro. But if you give us like 30 seconds, you could run the fade. Literally give us 30 seconds and then do what you want. I think
Right.
a certified crash out was when Tony Stark found out about Winter Soldier and then Cap knowing. I
All
think that
right.
was a
Yes,
Yeah.
justified
Yeah. All
crash
right.
out.
All right. Justify crash out for sure. That one
yes.
I gotta give you that one because yeah, that was a
Because
hard one. That was a
he
hard
was
pill to
like, "Did
swallow.
you know?" Yeah. I said,
Yeah. Good. Like,
Yup. My man dropped the shiesty and he said, y'all catching hands now.
yep. Both years. Both years.
but again, Tony Stark is still in the wrong, no matter what.
How? How,
Two
Sway?
veterans jumped an
Hold
orphan.
on.
I don't
Because
care what you say.
Hold on. In the
because
comics, he's in the wrong. In the movie, bro was in the right. We can have this talk.
all right, let's be honest. The Sokovia Accords was really about everything Tony did.
That's fair. That's fair. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
All right,
Uh
here the Sokovia Accords was like he was like, yeah, we should take responsibility. Everyone else should have been at the table like, we
I'm the nigga that
who
flipped
put
the bill.
who,
Yes,
who
we.
made Ultron?
okay.
I'm the nigga that flips the bill. Yes,
Facts.
we. God damn it.
My man was paying the bills. My man was the only one trying to do something about Thanos. And we saw what happened when they didn't have a plan for Thanos. Okay. Wanda, she blew
Oh,
up some
no,
people
let's not even get to Thanos yet. Let's just let's get straight to the Civil War where
what I'm,
Tony made a number of bad choices.
what I'm saying is he had a reason. You saw a bad choice. Captain America dropped a trailer on a kid. He ain't know that boy's power set. He knew what hill he was from, and then he dropped the trailer on him.
Who made the child soldier come there in the first place?
What I'm saying is that's all well and good, but Cap made a decision, and
I'm
the
sorry,
decision was
you're
potential
mad.
murder.
You're mad that a 76-year-old veteran keeps his hands rated E for everybody when
Which
you want
means
to
he,
engage in combat.
which means he know
Obviously,
better.
he sat there and jumped the fucking orphan with his bestie.
I mean,
Another good crash out.
I know
Black Panther.
he iced your parents, Tony, but that's my day one.
Pretty much.
Hold on, did Black Panther even crash out?
Yes, he did, and it was justified. Yes, he did. When you chasing somebody down Highway 95 in a
That was
cat
just
suit, that's a crash out.
no, that's just logical. Like I know when when you know you can catch somebody, yeah, that's just that's just smart.
When you sprint in your hero pajamas, it's a crash out. It is what it is. It's certified though. It was justified. I'm here for it.
But
Yeah, I
anyway,
ain't too mad at
Tom
that movie.
Holland, he's getting back in the saddle. Spider-Man 4 is going to start filming in the summer of 2025. Of course, mums is the word on the script. I have one thing I want to say about it. I would love for it to have a slight time jump since the last time,
Mhm.
and I would like to see Ned return and be a variant of the Goblin.
I'm, I'm here for that as long as it's done by Disney and not Sony.
Agreed.
Because
Agreed.
I think that's why my man is smoking a pack of Newports right now.
Because
They
he
got him
just saw Venom
stressed.
the Last Dance. He's like, y'all really did this bullshit. It's like, and y'all really thought y'all was gonna make another Morbius movie? Shit.
It's Morbin time. We don't talk about Morbius, the
Yo, we gonna
greatest.
we'll have another Spider-Man movie while Blade will never be made. Let's get to the next one.
Only ever been one Blade.
Nah, they're going to do it. They just now that they've introduced Wesley back as the only Blade, it's going to happen. It's just not going to happen in 2025.
Yeah.
I still don't. I think the whole problem is the writers that they have don't want to write a Blade movie because from what we've heard about what was written, it's like yeah, y'all really don't. Y'all want to make something else that's not a Blade movie, and I'm like, we've already seen this happen with The Witcher.
Yep.
But now here's a funny story here. So back during 2020, when the movie Tenet, Christopher Nolan's Tenet, starring John David Washington, was supposed to have a straight up theatrical release, but because of the pandemic, Warner Brothers was like, I don't know, I think we're just gonna put it out on Max. And Christopher Nolan was like, no, I want my movie in theaters. I don't want it to be on Max. And they're like, well, you listen, we don't want to lose out on the money. Christopher Nolan gave up his $10 million fee just so it could be in theaters.
Yeah.
And what did they do? They still put it out on theaters and in Max. And at that point, that's when Christopher Nolan said, "Fuck y'all, I'm out. I'll never work with y'all again." And Warner Brothers was like, "So." And of course, he turned around and made Oppenheimer. And when he chose his release date, Warner Brothers turned around and was like, "Fine, we'll release Barbie on the same day and take your money." But of course, Barbie made $1 billion, and Oppenheimer made $975 million. So when they realized that Christopher Nolan was still that guy, they were like, "Listen, maybe we could get him back." So they sent him a check in good faith, thinking he would come back. Christopher Nolan took that money and said, "Yeah, that's great.
He about
So
to eat a
my next
dick.
project gonna be with Universal."
Mm.
Thank you for being so
And
Get
here's
your
the thing:
money,
they
nice.
King.
didn't give him his full 10 million. They only gave him 9.
I love. He pretty much said, "Fuck you and the click you claim."
Yeah, because that was disrespectful as hell. They were trying to be. They were trying to get over, and they thought that he was just gonna be all regular about shit, and that's not what happened.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always a fan of creatives seeing their vision executed the way they saw it. It's like, okay,
Hmm.
this is what I had in mind. Let's put it out this way. But I'll play devil's advocate. The world was on fire at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I can see both sides, but I feel as though forcing the issue with him out without him being on board or having without there maybe being some caveats, I think that's where the slap in the face took place.
Yeah, because to be honest, out of all the hits that came out during this time on Max, watching Tenet, it felt like it should have been a theater experience just like the Suicide Squad felt like it should have been a theater experience. But
Mm.
luckily, Demon Engine had the Duke, so it still felt like a theater experience. The
You know I'm
Duke,
getting
for
Duke.
y'all who don't know, the Duke is like a 75. What is it, 65 or 75? What is it?
70. I got talked out of getting the
A,
75 one.
a 70-inch television.
Listen, you go back and you get your 75, okay?
Oh no, I've decided. Moved past that. I know what I'm getting next. It's gonna cost
But
1,300, but I'm getting it. It's
because let's
maybe
see, we had this come out. We had the Suicide Squad. We had Wonder Woman 84. Uh,
Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
ugh,
I'm sorry,
ugh.
and maybe y'all not gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. Gal Gadot is not a good actress.
Oh, I've been saying this.
She's
okay. He
pretty.
been
That's it.
he been saying that.
I've been
I,
yo. Gal
I'll
Gadot gives great look. The
no.
second she opens her mouth, streets.
I'll say this, Gal. I'll say this. I always like playing devil's advocate. It makes
Oh
me.
yeah, go
It
ahead, put
helps.
on the
It,
horns.
it helps me get up in the morning. But Gal Gadot is not a great actress, but I think when you pair her with the right director, you'll get what you were looking for. If that makes sense.
And so you mean the ones who let her talk the least, like Justin Lin in those Fast and Furious movies?
Listen, there's nothing wrong with you playing your position.
Being
For
eye candy.
years,
Yeah,
we
I
we
mean, there's plenty of
we
those males.
here's the thing. We
There's
love
plenty of
Keanu Reeves,
himbos.
right? We love
Yeah.
Keanu
Yeah,
Reeves, right?
yeah. Keanu
But we
can't
not.
act, not really.
But you, hey,
Stoicism.
thank you. But guess what Keanu does? Keanu picks roles that make sense to his lane. He said, "You want
Hmm.
this monotone voice? That's what you're going to get. The monotone voice." And I'm here for it. Stacey, if you know your range is only but a couple steps, play to your lane, and I
But
promise you.
she doesn't know that because
Yep.
she's steady trying to, like, just like how The Rock thinks he acts. It's like, no, you just play The Rock in slightly different clothing.
I'll say
You
this:
know what's
The Rock.
crazy?
Yes,
Here's
ma'am.
the thing. I really think they messed The Rock over, right? Because back in the day when he was The Rock and whatnot, he was a great, like, he knew how to like move the crowd and things like that when he was a wrestler. What what happened was Hollywood started casting him based on him being The Rock and not Dwayne Johnson.
Can
Same
I
thing with
push?
Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel is very similar in that way. Like of course, Fast and Furious movies, everybody fucking loves them or not. But if you saw him in Man Apart, in a couple of other like films where he
Hmm.
actually had to show real emotion and realness,
Saving
you
Private
see his
Ryan.
range.
Can, can I push back on that for just a second?
Yeah.
Sure.
And I agree with you, but I'm going to take it from a different take. The Rock, when he's directed and doesn't come in with a contract saying what you can and cannot do to him as an actor, he does well. But when he comes in with $7 productions and he's like, this is the character, these are the rules, my
Mm-hmm.
man can't ever lose a fade, he has to be this
Mm-hmm.
way. And then I'm like, I'm just watching The Rock be The Rock. When he was letting people direct him, we got those movies that you were talking about.
The Rock's best role that he had no control in
Mhm.
was in Be Cool.
You know, it had a fair amount of range, and it had a
Exactly.
fair amount of range.
Exactly. He knew the character was funny.
Mm.
He stuck the landing when it came to being funny. Like and because it was just like, yo, this bull funny, but he's dead serious about what he's saying. It was like,
And
and he was playing off a dude like Vince Vaughn, who can make anybody crack up in any
yeah,
scene.
and he was just recently back in wrestling, and he was moving the crowd, just like you said. It was
Not
second
gonna
nature
lie,
for
I've
him.
never seen that movie, so I don't know.
It's a good watch.
Oh,
I've
It's a good
never seen it
watch.
because I'm not a huge fan of John Travolta as much. Like as I've gotten older, I don't know why I've just kind of like strayed away from a lot of his movies growing up. Like growing up, that's like my mother loved Nicolas Cage, John
Breathe, nigga.
Travolta. Huh?
Face Off.
Breathe.
Face
Is it
Off,
Face Off? Yeah, Face Off was really good. Um, like
Broken
that's why she
Arrow.
loved them though. But she also loves Steven Seagal. I'm sorry, I'm like
Ugh.
on this whole like rant of like bad
Ugh.
actors, and I went through a whole thread of people talking about The Rock particularly.
Mm.
Oh God.
And somebody gave quite a few. Gal Gadot was another one that they mentioned. And Vin
Mind you,
Diesel.
they did a movie together.
Just so
Yeah.
you know, and that movie was horrible.
You know
That
what's
movie was
crazy?
horrible.
Tyler Perry actually does better as an actor when he's not directing.
Yep.
Like
Thank you.
I'll
Yep.
give it that.
Thank you.
Like Tyler Perry isn't actually a terrible actor when he's not directing. But when he casts himself or when he writes anything, mm-mm, not a
Mm,
fan.
And
mm.
and I think that's a major issue. It's like because like no one wants to go into something and be like, yeah, I'm gonna write myself to take this L. You know, say ego does come to play. So I think you're 100% on that.
Yeah.
Mm. What was the prompt about? Like, I don't even give a shit. We started going to our own thing.
I'm here for it.
You know,
Yeah,
but
I don't even remember what we
what's
went.
the next thing you got, Demon? Ah, yeah, there we go.
Baba Yaga.
Yep, the anime studio is going to be producing a John Wick prequel. It's going to be about that night where he accomplished the impossible. If you remember from the first film, Migo talked about how he gave when John Wick wanted to step away so he could be with his wife. He was given the impossible task, and apparently he accomplished it. So that's what it's going to be about.
You know what's
And
crazy though? This actually all reminds me of The Way of the House Husband and how Tatu, the immortal dragon, got the fuck out and decided to become a house husband.
but you know what? It would have been very funny to see John Wick just trying to do everyday life things. He's just like, I need
It'd
a
be just
pound of
like that.
chia seeds.
Yeah. It would be just like that, yo. I guarantee you
Do you
them
have
five
your own
years he
bag?
had with his wife,
Yeah.
them 5 years he had with his wife, that's exactly what it was.
Yo,
Been
once again,
waiting to
this is
be
another certified crash out. My man was vibing until the dog got dealt with, and then now like
certified
yup,
and justified.
Certified,
yup.
justified.
I love it. I love
It
it.
was yo, you just knew John Wick was a problem when it was just like, so you hit my son. Yeah. Well, apparently he beat up John Wick, killed his dog, and stole his car. Oh, yeah.
Right. He
Yeah.
was fuck. Like immediately. Like, God damn it.
At that point,
Like you
that
could have let the
moment, he
dog.
should
Here's the thing.
realize
I
he
feel
killed
like if
as a
he'd have
father.
just whooped his ass and stole the car,
Yeah.
John would have probably let it go. John would
Yep.
have chalked it. I guarantee you John would have just chalked it had he just left the fucking dog.
It was a step too
Listen,
far.
It
yeah.
was a step too far.
I just remember how concerned the cop was when he came to the door and he saw all the bodies. He was just like, "Are you
You working,
working
John?
again, John?" Sorting stuff out. Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Nah. Yeah, it's just a misunderstanding. That was the first time. And then they sent niggas
Uh,
to his house again. And then it was like, all right, we working shit out.
in the sequel, the bull was just like, John, you don't think I'm serious, and he just blew up his house.
I mean, here's the thing though. Without him, we wouldn't get this anime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's
I
still
mean, as
supposed to
fucked
be a
up as it
spin.
is.
We already see that there's one spinoff coming out called The Ballerina, and there's supposed to be another one featuring Holly Berry's character as well. So
It'll be good to get into more of this world. Did y'all watch The Continental? It's on Peacock.
I need to watch it.
I
It's
have
actually
a
pretty decent. I liked what I saw thus far. I can't remember if I finished it or not, but I actually enjoy watching it.
Oh,
I like it, and it's good. It's good. That's the best way I could put it. It's good.
Ski.
It's good. But in other news, so this week Blade has been taken off the release for 2025. It is literally in production hell. But what they did do was they were announced that there's actually two Predator related films that will be coming out in 2025. One one is going to be referred to as the Badlands until known otherwise. It's going to be from the same guy who directed Prey. And the second one is still being very secretive. From what we understand, it might be another Alien versus Predator,
Okay.
and there's still supposed to be another Alien movie coming out in the not too distant future. So
I'm not gonna lie to you. I definitely want them to tap Sanaa Lathan on the shoulder.
Yes.
If it is an alien versus predator situation, because like to have a little continuation of that story coming from Antarctica would be very, very interesting.
Yeah.
personally, I would like to see something where they show all the people who have survived Predator run-ins. I would like to see Sanaa Lathan. I would like to see Danny Glover. I would like to see Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I thought Danny Glover died.
No,
No, no, no.
Oh, okay. I'm
No,
thinking
his
about
no.
old
the other black
his,
guy in that one and two.
his old
Uh,
ass ran the fade and was ready for more. He ain't want to do more, but he was ready for more.
he was getting too old for this shit.
You damn straight.
I mean, yeah, Danny Glover. I don't know. He
I
needs to be
don't
like
want to. I don't want
these
to
next
see him come
generation of
back in
kids.
any action capacity, but just be there for a scene or two.
Oh,
Yeah, like
listen.
cameo.
I would love if, because like in the comics, in the Predator comics, they actually bring
Ooh.
all the people who survived to like a planet to do their thing. I would love if they just had a scene just to honor Danny Glover, where maybe he's at his home somewhere, retired down south, and then you see the ship pull up. He pulls out the shotty. They look, they get back in the ship and leave. I would love just to see that moment. It's
They're
like, you know
just like
what? Leave him be.
yeah, let's see if he's got it in him. Then they looked at like, nah, he a
He
little
still
too
got it.
old. It's no
Yep.
fun.
It's still there.
Bro, too
But
into it.
I just, I'm not gonna lie. The last Alien movie was really good. The last Predator movie has been really good. And yeah, meanwhile, apparently y'all can't make a vampire movie. I I don't
Y'all who?
Marvel.
Only ever been one
Apparently they
blade.
can't. Apparently writing a Blade movie is difficult.
Well, who's in charge?
The wrong
Well,
people.
the executive is Kevin Feige. So, but I don't. But they've had writers come and go. They've had directors come and go. I'm like, it's like, what is? I'm like,
Yeah.
give Guillermo del Toro a call.
Yep.
He might pick up.
The thing was, Hershey Ali, they had a script, and he's like, "I'm not doing that," because it was like, I think, 2 hours of talking and 10 minutes of fighting, and
Right.
that is not a
Yeah,
Blade movie
that's
I want to
not.
see.
Yeah, that's not.
I'm still keeping it 100. I personally don't want to go with Marshall Ali as
Yeah, that doesn't
I don't want to
you
go
don't
with
tickle
Marshall
the
Ali as
fancy,
Blade either.
like as a woman, as a straight woman, heterosexual woman. I'm sorry, but my panties ain't getting soaked over Marshall Ali.
You said go and get the old head with the high fade. Get him in
Yeah,
here.
give me a little
Either
Wesley. Give me a
either
little
do
Wesley.
either do Wesley Snipes or get a younger actor, and I've been advocating for John Boyega.
You know what? I wouldn't exactly.
I don't see him as Blade, but I don't
Yeah.
hate it. I would have put him in as T'Challa. Say what you will about me. I would have put him in as T'Challa. I think he had it.
Ye-
He could have
Maybe.
been.
But he was very much over Disney and Marvel and the situations how they hold him out on Star Wars.
Yeah, well, that's J.J. Abrams' issue. Like that's J.J. and Kathleen. You gotta talk to them two jokers. They've been on that bullshit.
Because he was like, y'all had all black people thinking it was gonna be a black Jedi. You saw the posters. My man was holding the saber and everything.
That dog
Right.
that was the original plan, but then
Mhm.
J.J. Abrams saw the feedback and was like, maybe we shouldn't do that. Ryan Johnson, you have complete control, but don't make Finn a Jedi. And he was just like, anything else? No. You sure? Okay. Cause I listen. The Last Jedi was a lot of things. At least they threw some original ideas out there. Very ballsy, but very original.
Mhm.
And then J.J. Abrams came back and was like, "Uh-oh, I've got to do something." Somehow Palpatine is back.
They hit the franchise's failing button. That's what happened.
I was like, "Y'all really just yada 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 bringing back a character,
I just want us to move on from the Skywalkers. It's a galaxy far away, but this family is the bane of its existence.
right?" Not only that, but then you had not only that, but then it's like, "Yo, it's a galaxy far far away with thousands of different species and four black people."
Right, that part.
You didn't know when you're that far out, it's hard to get like melanated because the sun radiation don't hit the same. I don't know if
There's
you knew that or
multiple
not.
suns.
Right.
It's
Multiple
the same
suns
reason.
and moons.
It's the same reason why Superman ain't black, but that's a conversation for a different day.
Fair enough. Moving on.
We we're sitting right here because Demon had to step away. So hold on, I don't have the visual, but I could pull it up. But I can pull up. All right, so yo, PlayStation is still celebrating a big a big move. With PlayStation hitting the big numbers. What was one of your favorite OG PlayStation games?
Bloody Roar 2.
Let
Ooh.
me tell you something about Bloody Roar. When I fought that damn lion at the end of the game, he was whooping my ass.
Cause
Yeah,
he
yeah.
hit you with that Debo uppercut that had you bouncing off the wall.
Yep. That one, Fighting Force.
Fighting Force.
Let,
Yeah.
let me hit you with one. You remember rival
Bakaru
schools?
the mole.
You remember rival schools?
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Rival. Oh,
Yes.
I need a remake on that, please.
Grand Theft Auto.
The top down John.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 2.
Vigilante 8.
Ooh,
Damn. Twisted
My
Metal.
favorite of all time. Vigilante 8 is my favorite for sure. Do, do,
I had
Metal
Twisted.
Gear.
do.
Ooh.
It was always like some
Oh.
70. I always chose like the black lady with the afro
Okay. Okay.
because she was dope and she was the main fucking like image of the game.
Now represent, I
Right.
respect it.
You know what I'm saying? Representation and shit. That was the first time I saw a black woman in the video game. Like they
All
had a
right.
couple like brown skin, little red bones here and there, but like a dark skin black woman with the afro. That was the first time I seen that. And then you had a
Spyro the
couple of other
Dragon.
players, huh?
Spyro the Dragon.
Oh yeah, yeah. Namco Museum.
Ooh, I haven't
Ooh.
heard that in a minute.
Damn.
Hmm.
Damn. There was a series of games that came out on the PlayStation. They were like intergalactic fighter pilot games called Colony Wars. And I'll never I was such a nerd because it was just like it was cause I love these games and then I come to find out it was like no one else was playing these games around me but me. So I was just like I can't even talk about it with nobody. I was just like fine, do my missions, upgrade my ships, upgrade my weapons, just going into deep space. if I ask and there was like so many different storylines depending on how you finished missions. I'm like, oh, it was just like I finished the story and I'm in prison. I'm like, wait, what? Like, oh no.
I heard on that.
Then there was it was this other game, Medieval.
I'm surprised that hasn't been remade.
It
I'm
was
really
remade.
surprised.
It was remade.
Really?
Yeah, it was it's available on the PlayStation. They did
Well,
a
not
H
well, not like a remaster. I mean, like completely redo it, or even
oh
drop a sequel.
completely. Ooh. They did have a sequel. I remember that.
Okay.
I distinctly remember that because in that one you ended up getting a Gatling gun because it was like, oh, there's blickies in this world now. And and in that game I remember because
But
there's like walking hands all around every stage. You can actually put your head on a hand and go like travel into crevices of walls and stuff to find more items. I remember that.
Cool. I'm gonna hit you
Was
with
it
the old head game,
mm,
Legacy of Kain.
Soul Reaver?
There we go. There we go.
Woo! Yeah, now there, yo, I remember, I was like, first off, my man has no bottom jaw. I was like, Kane was petty. He was just like, oh, you got wings, huh?
Be
Rip these
ashamed
shits
if
off.
something happened to them.
His dad wasn't shit.
King petty. But hey Demon, I think we got one more thing to show, and Queen Neek was actually told enlightened me a little bit more about this. Apparently, this is something going on in McDonald's. Demon, we have a second. Cue that up. It's like a McDonald's. You know, McDonald's can't get ice cream machines to work, but they can do shit like this.
Because that's cheaper to do. Remember, that one company has a
I know,
yeah.
but I'm still mad.
I mean, hey, I don't blame you because it is some bullshit.
Uh, hey, Demon, you there?
mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I was about to say you're quiet, buddy. Look at this shit. They order this tall ass box. They put it on table bag.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
That is the fattest shit I've ever seen in my life. It's never that deep.
My whole thing is this: if you going to go get fast food in the first place, bitch, if you got time to sit down and eat it like that, like, why don't you just eat at the restaurant?
I think
The fuck?
this is a way for McDonald's to make places where they don't have to make seating.
And that could definitely very well be it. They're trying to eliminate a lot of shit. You know what I mean? They want their shit to come
Mhm.
off a conveyor belt, and I mean they've already implemented the kiosk system, at least down here.
And of course, this will never see the light of day in the U.S. It's not happening because
No.
we're Americans.
So
Listen,
Yeah,
what was
but I
telling
feel like their shit over there in Europe is actually real anyway. You get what I'm saying? They
That
only give us
that
the
they were
too.
trying to
bullshit.
steal the
yeah.
McDonald's poll.
All I know is, as a man with a big back, I got a big back. All that does is encourage me to make bad decisions. It's like, yo, load up the big ass box and we gonna post on this pole over here, eat. Like, that's really crazy to me.
Big back, big back,
Yeah,
big back, big back.
that's crazy.
It is.
Imagine just being out You said
But
that
yeah, this has been out since
and
earlier
somebody
this
comes out of
year.
nowhere
Like
and Phantom tax you
this I
for your
saw probably back in March.
in broad daylight.
In broad daylight, though.
Just Phantom tax you for your fucking food.
Yo, when Phantom taxed John Cena, that had me rolling. Cena was not prepared.
Yeah,
You,
he did. He could see him.
he taxed the 16-time world champion. It's crazy.
Hey, but listen. That's actually it for the news for the week. Another week in the can. Of course, we want to thank you guys for checking us out here on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed to us because we're watching. You're watching, but you're not subscribing. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you can be updated on anything and everything Amerime Media. Of course, I want to thank Dreadhound for being in today. Uh, Definitely great to have you here, my friend. Please tell these beautiful folks where they can find you.
I'm on all platforms. Dreadhound, DREDDHOUND. I just lurk on Instagram, but everywhere else I put up content.
At least he's brutally honest.
He's
Like
honest
I'm just
about it.
lurking.
Yeah. You gotta respect the honesty. You really do.
And of
Respect.
course, Queen Neek, it's always good to have you here.
Of course, of course. I'm always around. Check me out. Actually, in like an hour, I'm about to go live. And we'll
Hey,
be finishing up our I'll probably be finishing up the DLC tonight of Cyberpunk. So tune in to Easy Mode at 9 p.m. I'll be on there on YouTube.
Cheats.
Why are you such a hater, nigga? I wanted a certain playthrough, and guess what? I ensured that I got that certain playthrough. Why are you such a
Mhm.
fucking hater?
Because the game can already become pretty easy if you build your character right. You just skipped all the steps.
yo, let her have her
Here's the thing: if
playthrough.
it wasn't allowed, it wouldn't be in the game. I play the
You're
first
playing it
position
on
without cheats
PC.
all the
You with
time.
mods.
I play a lot of live service games without cheats all the time. And guess what? If it wasn't allowed, the shit wouldn't be in the motherfucking game. So fuck you, and I'm gonna enjoy myself. Thank you, Mike Pondsmith.
Of
Corey
course.
Pumps.
Shut up, demon.
Corey Saucy Truth.
Out of context, that sounds hilarious.
What?
Shut up, demon.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he touched. That's
Fuck
like,
you.
I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta go. That's crazy.
And of course, last but certainly not least, Demon Engine. You're the man. You're the number two. You're the dude.
The doo doo.
The what?
She
Dog
called you the
surviving?
shit.
Yeah.
She called you the
Also,
shit, but it just. Anyway, guys, we want to thank you guys for checking out the Geek Report powered by Amerime Media. We'll see you next time. Be well, take care, and since Halloween's coming up, never forget no one's giving out edibles for free.
They shouldn't
Some
be
gon'
anyway.
Somebody gonna be putting drugs in the candy. No, they're not. They're not wasting. They're not wasting perfectly good drugs.
His name is
I mean, if they are, tell me where they at. But I'm sorry.
We'll see you guys next time. Take care and be well.
Peace.